Timmy Joe reviews anything.
Reviewing computer parts on YouTube.
That's
Woo! Gotta be pumped on that, right, Will? Computer parts! Woo!
Oh, yeah.
What's up, my fools? It's Timmy Joe making videos about computers. Just give it a nice ouch hug on the internet. 980 Ti review because it's the only freaking high-end graphics card I could buy for a reasonable price. Literally the only graphics card you could buy for under $500 American that's sort of worthy of the price, the cost. This is the Gigabyte G1 Gaming, one of the best ones out there too. There are better ones, there's a Kingpin, there's a whatever, what have you, but this one here is known to be like the ultimate air overclocker and does a very, very nice job. I'm doing it right now, I'm doing a little fire strike, and then we're going to compare versus my 1070. I've had a few 1070s actually, and recently got rid of them for $700 Canadian each. I then turned around and was going to buy a 1080 Ti, and literally couldn't find one for the money I had. The only one I could find was in the States, and I knew by the time it would get here there'd be duties and it would be more money. Anything Canadian was done. Even 1080s, 1070 Ti's, all a complete, shit show for availability. You can't get your hands on them. It really, really sucks. It's affected me as well. I've been wanting to buy my own 1080 Ti for a while, and I had to settle with last year's model. So here we go, 980 Ti. We're doing a little performance benchmark. And I gotta say, right off the hop, it's probably about as good as the GTX 1070 Ti, which is, pretty damn good, pretty damn awesome. It is better, and I'll prove that in just a second, than my 1070 that was power modded to overclock to the 9s. It will get a better score, as we will see as soon as the Iceman stops fighting the Fireman. They touted this as the 4K gamer. So we're going to put that a little bit to the test in the benchmarks that are coming up in a minute. But obviously, even a 1080 Ti at this point isn't a 4K, killer. What are we getting here? 18461. And if we just check out here, that's my 1070 power modded with this exact same rig, 17804, a graphics score of 2136 total, graphics score of 22,084. And let's check out the overclock I've got on it. It's factory overclocked, but I was able to get a pretty damn good overclock, if I do say so myself here. We'll just open up MSI Afterburner. We got a 500 plus on the memory, and we've got 140 increase on the clock. And I thought that was kind of low for an overclock, but this thing's so factory overclocked that there's not much headroom. So with the voltage set plus 45, we got a power limit set max. We're seeing 1546, completely stable core clock with an effective memory of 4,000 or 8,000, I guess. 6 gigabytes of onboard VRAM, DDR5 on this puppy. And it's a freaking a powerhouse. I really, really like this card. It's getting 225 FPS in Unigine heaven there. I know that like my graphics settings are set low, but still pretty damn good. So let's go ahead. We'll shut her down. We'll have a look at the freaking thing. So, boop. Got my Core i7 7740X. There we go. That hooked up there. And 32 gigs of 3200 speed DDR4, and take the HDMI out, and we'll just have it's a long sucker. It's a really nice card. I think everything after this generation went thick and not so long. This one's a longie. We're gonna just ruin the desk. You're gonna upset the desk. There we go. This is the G1 Gaming right there. It looks like a lot of the cards, even, still they've got the kind of the shroud, but black and orange going on with a lot of their cards. This one here, it's a little bit warm, but I just had it doing 2 tests, and it was overclocked to the 9s, and it wasn't breaking a sweat. It was not bad at all. So yeah, let's check out what I did to get my hands on this for $500 American. I had a lot of feelers out there on eBay trying to get my hands on something, powerful to review, something fun. Because if, I've been doing some other cards, some budgetary cards that aren't affected by cryptocurrency. It's affected because, you should be able to get that for like 400, maybe 350 American if everything was the best possible scenario. But it's not really going to be going like that, is it? We see here the G1 Gaming with a integrated 6GB DDR5 memory of 384-bit memory interface. It has features dual link DVI, blah blah blah. You can have like a billion screens with it. It's got a boost of 1279 megahertz and a base of 1190 in OC mode. But again, getting like 1540, I could probably even push that a little further if I cared to. But it was a very easy achievable overclock with this thing to get over 1500 megahertz and 4000 on the memory. However that works. So yeah, G1 Gaming, really nice card. It's got 23% airflow, it's WindForce, got RGB. Hell yeah. Boom. I paid 640 Canadian dollars for it. I put it in an offer, and there were a lot of them out there, and some Founders Edition cards and some crappy cards for more than this, and I gave this guy an offer that he couldn't refuse. He was a couple hours away from me. Bought it. It arrived in the mail, and it was awesome. But 640 roughly equates to 500 exactly Canadian right now, or American right now. So, what can you get for 500 American? Nothing. 1070. Oh, this one's refurbished. 569. Add to cart. You can get the gaming box. Let's see here. Any 1070 Ti's in here? They're in here. Let's keep going down. 1070 Superclock, $700. Oh, here we go. There we go. The exact same deal, but orange. We got $789 on Newegg for a 1070 Ti with the equivalent performance to this. So yeah, we're in a bad state of affairs, my friends. We really are. How easy is it to get one on eBay? Let's say you're in the States. Well, I did a little eBay search, going for under 500 typically. If you played your cards right in the States and you're in a bigger area with a little bit more used parts around on eBay, you should be able to, or on Craigslist, get one of these things for less than 500, I would hope. Or maybe a lesser version, but 980 Ti. It's a highly sought after card, and but it is getting old at this point. Hopefully, Nvidia's got some Ampere or whatever's coming up next on the docket soon, so we can have some damn high-end graphics cards. But for now, it's there are some alternatives, and this will be one. So let's go ahead and queue up some benchmarks, because I know that's what y'all are here to see. Let's say like benchmarks start at 9 minutes in the comments because everyone hates when I talk. No, they don't. You guys love when I talk. So let's knock some benchmarks out. I did this test system, 7740X, 32 gigs of RAM, overclocked 5 gigahertz, that old deal. And I put some 4K results in there as well as 1440p because this thing, 1440p all day long, max settings, 99% of the games out there. Only a few will, with some crazy post-processing anti-aliasing, will hurt it. It also has 6 gigs of VRAM, so it's not like, that is a good number. Too bad it's not 8 for that generation, but it's fast memory and it'll work. So let's queue up the benchmarks, and when we come back, I'll do a little final summation here. Whoop! So, I am really happy with this thing. It is, it's my new favorite video card I've ever owned. I know I've had my hands on a few of them, but, ooh, I just figured something out. Check this out. Oh, it's so unused. It was in really good shape when it showed up. Oh, the plastic's still on the shroud. So cool. My new favorite card. I've had, 1070 is the best card I've ever personally owned. I have had the luxury of playing around with Vega, playing around with 1080 Ti, a Gigabyte AOS version as well. And yeah, those are amazing cards, and I wish I owned them personally. But as far as the best card I've personally ever owned, this is it by a bunch, and it's super fun. So, 1070 Ti performance, and in this current state of affairs, at a much lower price. All you got to do is worry about getting a used GPU, but hopefully Nvidia will do what I said in my video, the Jay's 2 cents making fun of video, where I said that they would come out with some sort of cryptocurrency focused cards that the miners will enjoy, and something gaming that's kind of doesn't make sense for the miners to grab up. And in this next generation, maybe by summer, we'll have some freaking new video cards to look into. And Volta is any kind of peek into the window of the performance possibilities. Maybe we'll actually have the ultimate 4K card in an Nvidia product by summer, but I ain't holding my breath. So I'll see you guys in another video. I'm at Watch Timmy Joe on Instagram, Twitter. If you have any cool video cards or older hardware you'd like to donate to the channel, me at timmyjoe.com. I also have a Patreon. It helps me keep ads and stuff. I keep saying that off the channel. I'd like to remain objective and try and keep as much sponsored content down. I don't know if that'll remain forever, but who knows? That's my goal. And yeah, I love looking at these video cards and stuff, and hopefully this is attainable to somebody out there. But for the price of a 1070, getting a 1070 Ti or MSRP, where right now they're in the $700-800 range. For the price MSRP of a 1070, you're getting a little bit better performance. Yeah, it sucks a little bit more power, but it's manageable. It's nothing crazy. I love you guys. Can't believe the subscribers that have been hitting the channel lately. It's been a fun ride, and we're only at the beginning. A year from now, we're gonna have a bajillion subscribers. 1 bajillion! A year ago, I had like 4,500. So we've come a freaking long way. I've gained 4,500 in the last month. So I'll see you guys later. Thanks very much. Woo!